Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I will start my lecture with the quote of the Benjamin Franklin. He stated a fundamental truth of commerce, that remember that time is money. So don't waste your time. Always properly utilize your time. One day you will cash it. Now comes towards our topic. Today our topic is very interesting. Interest and interest rate. Being a business student, you must be aware, you must know about these two words, because these two words will be regularly used in the upcoming classes. What do you think about the interest? Pause the video and think with yourself that what is interest and what is interest rate? What is the difference between these two? Interest and interest rate. Interest, students, interest is the fee paid by a borrower of assets to the owner or lender, is a form of the compensation for the use of that assets. Is in the financial system, the funds are channelized or transferred from lender to borrower, or from savers to the users of the funds. But this transferring of the funds not in free. Why savers save money? Look it, saver save the money to what? For the securing their futures. And borrowers, they borrow that money to utilize it and gets benefits from the utilization of that funds. So through by indirect financing or direct financing, when fund is channelized, so this fund is not channelized in free. These funds have some cost for the borrower and have some income or revenue for the lenders. So that amount which is cost for the borrower and revenue for the lender, that amount is called interest. Lender is the funds giver person or business, and borrower is the funds taker. Look at, if I am a saver and I deposit my saving in bank, you are a business or an individual, you need of some funds or some money. So you take that money from the bank. Now, in first case, I am lender, bank is borrower. In the second case, bank is lender now and you are your business, that is borrower. So keep in mind the money which is given by bank to you for your business operation. That money is called, that fund is called loan amount. But this loan amount is not in free given by you by bank. They are charging some amount, and that amount is called interest. So that interest which you pay, your business pay to bank, so have two nature. For bank, it's revenue or income, and for you this is expenses, cost. So the amount which is paid by borrower to lender in response of using the borrow amount is called interest. Interest may also be defined as that the amount which is claimed by the lender of funds from the borrower of funds. Such amount is called interest, or the amount which is claimed by lender from the borrower due to utilization of that funds, that is called interest. Interest is the surplus amount which is offered by the borrower of the funds to the saver or lenders Similarly, interest is the fixed amount which is paid by borrowers to the lenders. So hope you will understand now the concept of the interest. Second one topic is interest rate. So interest rate is what? An interest rate is the rate at which interest is paid by borrower for the use of the funds that they borrow from the lender. So at which rate the interest is paid, at which rate the amount is paid by borrower to lender, such rate is called interest rate. Interest rate will always be in percentage form, just like 5%, 10%, 12%, 15%, 20%, 25%, and so on. Interest will be in the dollar amount, while interest rate will be in percentage form. In the interest case, interest and interest rate case, this is very crucial for the financial managers or to the lenders, that how they will fix the interest rate. Like nowadays, if you take loan from the banks, so interest rate is from 14% to 16%. And when you deposit your money in your saving account, so that is the deposit interest rate is in the saving account is up to 9%. So now question comes here that when that the borrowing interest rate and lending interest rate or depositing interest rate, they are fixing on the basis of what? They are fixing on the basis of the inflation rate within the country. So mostly we have ignored the effect of inflations on the cost of the borrowing. What we have up to now been calling the interest rate. So it's make no allowances for inflations. Look at these students. Sometimes we deposit money or we lend money. And we are getting, let's suppose, 5% interest. And when at the end of the year, we received that 5% interest, so we are happy. That let's suppose on 1 lakh ups, we receive 5,000 extra money. But we don't think to the time value of money concept. As I say in the start of the lectures, the quote of the Franklin, that he says that time is money. So time value of money concept mostly we are ignoring. During this 1 year we received 5,000, but we don't think that during this 1 year how much value of our money is devalued. Because we have a famous quote that the dollar you have today is much more powerful than the dollar you have tomorrow. So that's why in the financial markets, when the financial transaction took place in the financial institutions between the lenders and borrowers of the funds, so it's very important that we should keep being managers, financial manager, we should keep in mind the cost or the devaluation of the funds or the inflation's rate. We will keep in mind the devaluation rate or the devaluation factors. So that's why the interest rate is divided into nominal interest rate and real interest rate. Look at interest rate. Why we divided the interest rate into two types, the nominal and the real. Nominal is that interest. Nominal rate is that interest rate which include the devaluation factor. and real is that interest rate which exclude the devaluation factors. Devaluation factor, that is called inflationary factors. So normally the nominal interest rate will be high the real interest rate. Why? This is we derive from an equation, and that equation is called Fisher equation. In detail we will discuss in our upcoming classes, but I will show you now here that look at this equation, that I is equals to R plus pi. This is called, I is called nominal interest rate, R is called real interest rate, and pi is our that is our inflationary factors. So nominal interest rate is the sum of the real and inflationary effect. Real interest rate plus inflationary effects, this is called nominal interest rate. While real interest rate, rearranging the equations, so by rearrangement of the equations, we get the real interest rate, that R is equals to I minus pi. Means that nominal interest rate minus inflationary effect, so is equals to, we are getting the real interest rate. I am giving you a simple example. Look it. In Afghanistan, the inflation rate is 4.95%. Let's suppose 5%. So when you deposit, sorry. So when you deposit your savings in banks, so banks will give you 9% interest after 1 year. It means that if you deposit 1 lakh in a bank, so after 1 year, 9,000 interest will be added with your 1 lakh, and your capital will become 1 lakh and 9,000. This 9,000 is your interest, but this is called your nominal interest, 9%, nominal interest rate. What is your real interest, or real interest amount, or real interest rate? Your real interest rate is not 9%. Your real interest rate is 4%. How? Look at 9% is I, and 5% is pi. While 5%, your 1 lakh will be devalued due to the inflationary rate. What does it mean? It means that now if you are doing work for 1 lakh, so after 1 lakh, the same work you will done for 1 lakh and 5,000, means you will pay 5,000 more. So what does it mean that you are paying 5,000 more? It means that the prices are increased by 5%. We can also say that prices are increased 5% or value is, the currency value is devalued by 5%. That's why we are paying 5% more. So in real we are getting 4%. How? 9% is our nominal interest rate. Nominal interest rate, just like a grass interest. And from that 5% value is devalued. So we will subtract it. So 9% minus 5% is equals to 4%. So 4% is now your real interest rate. So that's why being an investors, when we make investment, so we will look out the interest rate, that what is our real interest rate. So now, after studying the real interest rate, so we are able now, when we are making the investment, so we will look out that what will be the real interest rate. So that is adjustable by subtracting the expected changes in the price level. That is called inflations. So we are adjust our real rate by adjusting. How we can adjust it? By subtracting it to the price level changing effects, inflationary rate, so that it more accurately reflects the true cost of the borrowing. The real interest rate is more accurately defined through by the Fisher equations. So now, dear students, hope you will understand the concept of the interest and interest rate. That what does it mean by interest and what does it mean by interest rate? So interest is what? Interest is the dollar amount and interest rate is the percentage of the extra returns that a borrower pay and the lender is accepting it. In detail, we will also solve some practical question on it, and we will calculate the real interest rate as well as the nominal interest rate. So now I will repeat these two in a short way, that interest is that amount in dollar form which is paid by borrower to lender. Why they are paying? By the compensating of that funds, by using of that funds. So such dollar amount is called interest, while interest rate is that percentage form in which the borrower pay to lenders. So such percentage form is called interest rate. Hope you will understand it. Look it, I'm explaining, I'm a little bit explanation in Pashto that interest satawai, interest haga amount de pa borrowing amount bandi pa qarz funds bandi borrower chata war kai lender tawar kai. Lender sokte the funds were kaun kita, who give the funds, who give the money, and borrower sokte qarz agastun kita, sok che qarz akhli. No yo qarz dare che kala qarz akhli de chana no pa free ke munga chata qarz chata paise no warkau keep in mind kha danan na pas pa chata hum qarz paise no warkave nun for free ke bana warkave, you will charge some extra money. Wali the money with the passage of the time પેલા વેલ્યુ ડિવેલ્યુડ કરી. So that's why borrower से कभी your fixed amount चाहता वर की lender तनो that fixed amount the सवेलिशी that is called interest. Interest rate से दी पकम percentage सरा चित the borrower lender ता पैसे वर कभी that percentage form is called what? That is called interest rate. Now the Nanda Baradumra bus. So the upcoming topics we will discuss inshallah. So have a good time. If you have any problems, so you can share your problems in the groups. I will give you satisfactory answer inshallah. I will try. So now Allah Hafiz.